Welcome, welcome. How you doing this fine Monday? This is All's Well Lifestyle, and I am T. Marie. I make transformation easy with my life coaching, products, and practices. So definitely check that out anytime at tmarie.com. We're going to get right into it today. If you're watching me live at tmarie.com/events, be sure to get involved and get in the chat. That's show and chat. The chat. Just get into it because this is your time to be interactive with me. Okay, so first off, we saw Pinocchio this weekend, and I have a bone to pick. Okay, I do. I'm going to just lay it all out here. So we saw the reimagined version of Pinocchio and, of course, the magic, the wonder. It is all there. Fabulous in that regard. But the ending. Okay, so if you plan on watching the reimagined version of Pinocchio, this first top segment is all I'm going to say about it, but you want to cover your ears now because there is a spoiler. I'm going to talk about the ending because I have a bone to pick. So cover your ears briefly if you plan to watch it. If not, we're all in. Here we go. I have a deep problem with the ending because in the end, after it's all said and done, this new version is not clear about Pinocchio becoming a real boy. What? No. I am sorry. We do not accept this. I do not accept this. Okay? Pinocchio becomes a real boy. Pinocchio becomes a real boy. And this is very important. Okay? Why is this important? Because when we grow up watching movies, stories, and shows that tell us that we can achieve, that tell us that if we follow the recipe, we get the cookie, that tell us that we can do it, okay, then we believe it, right? So if you watch a story about a magical puppet that all it wants is to be a real boy, and a magical fairy even tells it that, oh my goodness, if you do these things and you'll be a real boy and this is the point. And then you get to the end and Pinocchio did it all. And we're not going to say clearly that Pinocchio became a real boy. No. This is a huge disservice. Today we're going to talk about labels, labeling it, and why it is important, my loves and my friends. Hit me up in the chat at tmarie.com/events if you're watching this live stream happen and getting all the goods, including music, which today I'm going to be taking us on a little bit of a throwback sensation. So hit me up in the chat. How do you feel about labels? Do you see their power? Let's talk about it. Okay, we are talking about labels today. Labels today. And just like that song said, and if you know that song, hit me up in the chat or the chat at tmarie.com/events. Just like that song says. Okay, if you love me, say it. If you want me, do it. Okay, labels are important. Labels are so important. Today we're talking about labeling it. I talked a little bit at the top about how I felt about this new reimagined Pinocchio and its ending. Listen, I'll dive into a little bit even how it feels. And you can hit me up in the chat as well if you feel the same. Now, if you're not watching this live broadcast, then you can definitely contact me anytime at tmarie.com and just send me a message, or you can tweet me, however you feel comfortable. The point is, let's get into it, right? Because this is how we settle in on the goodness. And so we dive in. Why are labels important? Well, first of all, let's just even talk a little bit about the experience of it all, right? So like recently, I've been having a bunch of refreshing experiences. And I say refreshing because there has been a lot of very straightforward communication. And I really, really deeply appreciate this. Now, when we live in a land of labels, when we live in a land of clarity, then we also live in a land of feeling very good because I can tell you where I'm coming from. You can tell me where you're coming from, and there is no weirdness around it all. I mean, do you or do you not appreciate those friends, those people, those coworkers, those business partners that you can trust? You kind of know where they're coming from, right? You can trust they're going to tell you their truth, whatever that is. It feels good. It feels refreshing when this happens. So labels are very important with just even in our interactions, right? Just being able to say, you know what? I like that. I don't like that. I would rather have this. How about this? This is my idea. Just let's cut to the chase. You know what I mean? So it's like I've recently been experiencing that, and I wanted to offer the kind of label in that way because I think in this land of political correctness, we're going down a dark path. Okay? Because if everybody and everything is just everybody and everything and nothing's really a thing, but you're kind of a thing, but we don't know what to call you because we don't want to offend you, and it's a blah, 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 and everybody's a winner even though they don't. What is this? This doesn't make any sense. Friends, in science, in creation, okay, in all of the ancient things that have been happening way before our lifespan, there are labels. There's a particular flower. There's a particular insect. There's a gender. There's a human. There's a sky. There's a whatever, right? We call it what it is, and then we know what to do. And we can expand from there. But labels are cool, and they're important because it's like, I'm this is what I believe, this is what I'm about, and it's just awesome. Because then we have a place to go. How do you feel about this? Tell me, share your thoughts with me. You can hit me up on the live stream, tmarie.com/events, or you can send me a message. How do you feel about labels? What do you think about it? Because ultimately, listen, this is our life, right? And I'm going to dive into further why labels serve us, right? But this is our life. And it's going to go in whatever direction we take it. And guess what takes it there? What we label it. Okay, listen. Speaking of labels, a lot of folks are scared to tell their age. Let me tell you, we're about to kick that out the door. I grew up with this music, friends and family, okay? I mean, what did we just hear? It's my life. Don't you forget, okay? You didn't say it with that intonation, but oh my goodness, this is refreshing, good, wonderful news. Because guess what? We take ownership. When we say, it's my life, this is what I think, this is what I like. Now, that doesn't mean not to be coachable. Let me clarify. Of course, I'm a life coach. And I know that when you want to achieve the next thing, you got to be coachable, right? Kobe Bryant had to be coachable. Every massive sports player had to be coachable. Every big business icon. That's not what we're saying here. But we are saying that these days, it does appear that labeling, saying that person is a winner and that person isn't. Oh, we're going to get offended. No. We're not going to get offended. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say, yeah, that person is a winner. Why? Did they train? Did they study? Did they get coached? Did they invest? What did they do? And guess what? If I want to be a winner, I can do that too. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! That's the beauty. So here we are. Listen, it isn't popular, but don't give up. It isn't popular right now to say and to label things necessarily. I realize the times we're in, okay? Everything is very ambiguous right now. Everything is very, we don't want to say this. We don't want to offend that. I mean, even things like gender these days, some folks, if you just say hi and you refer as a woman, or hi, you refer as a man, you may offend that person inadvertently, right? Because you're just referring as what you see and what it's been, but they might identify as something else, right? So it is a time we live in. It would be ridiculous not to admit that truth. But at the same time, let's not go crazy here. And let's navigate these new waters in an intelligent way where we can identify that having labels is actually very powerful to us. So that case I just talked about is very important. If you refer to someone and they have a different label, then you're coachable and you say, oh, okay, that's your label. Thank you for sharing it with me. And that's what I will refer to you from here on out. But at the same time, it doesn't mean there should be no labels. That is an error. It's a huge mistake, friends, because you got to imagine it like this, all right? Relationally, like I just spoke upon, it's refreshing when we just get to the brass tacks. Anybody that's dating, anybody that's trying to find a business partner, that's trying to find an investor, people that are serious, they want to know what's up right away. No games, no bullshit. Yes, I'm going to cuss on this one because it's important. When we're serious about stuff, when we're serious about meeting someone special, don't come to me with no games, man. Just, what do you want? What are you up to? Are you down for this? And then the person that's interested says their situation. Same thing with an investor. Watch one episode of Shark Tank, and what are you going to see? They're going to come in the room with all the flash and all that stuff. What do the sharks want to know? Is it going to make me money? How much? How fast? What are the terms? Talk to me. This is how winners talk. This is how serious people are. So if we want to get serious in our lives and make some big moves and be about some good things, then we have to not give up on using labels that are important to us, on taking a stand in what our perspective is, what our position is, what our our thought. It's so important. Do not give up. I may or may not be preparing to rickroll you. Oh, I gave it away. Chat. We all got rickrolled. I'm down for it. I'm living for it, to be honest. Never gonna give you up. Listen, we got to have fun with our lives, okay? We got to have fun, and we got to have joy, and we got to have some peace. And that comes with being able to put labels on things. Newsflash, friends, it's not a dirty word. It's not a dirty practice. Now, I want to be very clear. I know that we've moved into this new day of not wanting to have any labels. It came from a good place. I honestly do believe that. And I think it's a beautiful thing to want to erase hate and pain in the world. That's important, and we should seek to do that. Unfortunately, this trend is not the answer, and I'm going to tell you why. The hate and the pain, it's a heart posture, my friends, okay? Now, someone can say, God bless you, and truly mean it in their heart. And someone can say, God bless you, and really mean for you to F off. It's all in the tone. It's all in the heart space. And that comes from the individual. Removing labels is causing confusion, and it's causing greater pain. Pretending that everybody can win no matter what, it's wrong. It's not true. And I know that doesn't sound like something that'll have you feeling good and being empowered, but I promise you it is. Because to feel good and be empowered is to be free. And we can only be free, and we can only get to the things that we want to get to if we are clear about what those things are. Hence the labels. I'm going to give you an example. Any one of us right now can pull out our phone and we can open up our Maps app, whichever one we use. Now, we could enter into the Maps app a city, and it'll try to direct us from where we're at, right? But where in the city we're going to land, well, we don't really know. And how long it'll take us, and it's, and still, think about it, still, we have to have the city, okay? Try to input into your maps happy, rich, in love. The Maps app is not going to get you there. Why? Because you don't have the correct label for what you're looking for with that app. Our lives are the same. Just like the GPS needs a direction, our words and our labels are a direction. They're a direction into where we want to go, what we believe, what we think, what we identify as, who we are. And when we say that you need to do things to win, that's good news, because that means there's a hope for us. There's a future. There's a recipe to get what we want. And that's really all that is. But when we say that everyone's a winner no matter what, when we say that you can do all the steps and it doesn't matter if you turned into a real boy or not, Pinocchio, you felt it in your heart. No, Pinocchio, you won. Newsflash, watch the real Pinocchio. He wins in the end. He does the things, he becomes a real boy. Hence, if we want to be a great ball player, we train, we play a lot of ball, we study with great coaches, we do it. If we want to be wealthy, there's a technology to being wealthy that has to do with how we spend, how we earn, what we invest in. Friends, loved ones, labels are so amazing. They're so amazing and they are so good and they're so right because they get us where we want to go. Okay? So here's the PowerPoint. Woohoo! Okay? And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go a little long on my show because I must end with this next throwback song. But the PowerPoint here today is that our labels are important because they let us know where we are now and they let us know where we're going. Labels are important because they let us know where we are now and where we are going. And friends, don't be afraid if right now your label isn't a good one. Okay? Right now, your label might be broke. Right now, your label might be sick. Right now, your label might be tired. It might be something you don't like. But guess what? Labeling it and then saying, well, what do I want to be? I want to be healthy. I want to have more money. I want to meet a person of quality, fill in the blank. Well, guess what? Now you're starting to put in an address in your GPS to get there. Because then you're going to find a recipe, you're going to find the directions, and so on and so forth. So yes, my loved ones, my friends, labels are so important. I hope you're hitting me up in the chat. Definitely let me know what you think. We've talked about labels today and why they're important. Ultimately, they are the compass, and it shows us the direction that we are going. This has been All's Well Lifestyle, and this happens every Monday. So you must come back again. Join the fun. Join the laughs and the chat and meet other people that also love feeling good and being empowered. And then, oh my goodness, you got to come visit me at teamaree.com. TEEMAREE.com. Now, what you want to do is just sign up to my email list because you'll get free resources immediately, and then you'll get one email a week chock full of wonderful things that will continue these types of vibes and have you connected to ways that you can just succeed in the areas that you want in life. Sound good? Yes. We love it. I've had so much fun with you today. Let's connect again next week. Big shout out to all of you that have joined me in the chat. I appreciate you so very much. So, hey, you're going places. You're doing things. You are a winner because you know where you are right now and where you want to go. Yeah? Send me a message. Let me know how it's going. teamaree.com. See you again soon, friends. Bye-bye. I want to show you